YouTube, what is up? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about Bren Esports, their Mobile Legends team. If you guys don't know, I'm Naisou. I am a Mobile Legends MPL Philippines caster, mostly on the English desk. And you know, if you have any thoughts about this, there's Helios in the background. Feel free to share it with me here in the comment section below. All right, let's get to the video. By the way, just a quick disclaimer, like what I like to do in these videos is pretty much all of my standpoints, my perspective is coming from someone who just recently joined the league as a caster. Yes, I was a fan, I was a viewer in the previous seasons, but it's much different when you join it as a caster and you start learning the history of these players, the history of all these organizations. So again, I'm coming from a standpoint as someone relatively new to the scene and basing pretty much all my insights off the very short time that I've been a part of this. So there could be a lot of you out there that have a lot more information about this or this topic or this team. Feel free to leave it in the comment sections below. No bias, no hate. So to start off, season 8, they fell short. You know, a lot of people had high expectations for Bren. I mean, they did have the M2 world title.
Karl, Teasi, double kill, BMI, eto na ata, Pilipinas, Bren Esports, ang inyong World Champions!
Along with their amazing roster of continued veterans, especially in the form of Karl Teasi there, who's very well known around the world for his Lancelot. You have Rebo, an absolute GOAT, you know, Lusty, Few, all those guys pretty much. And there was a lot of expectation on Bren going into season 8, and they had a very underwhelming season. You know, I mean, being M2 World Championships, of course, they had a huge fan base. They still do, honestly. And the whole Bren lang MALAKAS thing was just going around pretty much everywhere. I mean, I did too. You guys saw it on my streams. But you know, these fans wanted to see their favorite teams dominate in season 8 and leading possibly into what would have been M3, where they could have defended their title maybe, but unfortunately, sadly, it didn't happen that way, and Bren would actually struggle throughout the entire season 8 of the MPL. Then on top of that, to build off that, to make it even more underwhelming for the Bren fans, is for the first time, Bren did not even make it into the playoffs for season 8, which was a huge, I feel like, big moment for the team, the squad as a whole, the coaching staff, because it was a huge wake-up call. I mean, that was probably the time when they're like, you know what, hey, we need to make some change here. Another part of the big news was the fact that Karl Teasi and Rebo would not be joining any longer Bren Esports in their journey, as they both stepped out from competitive play, or I believe Karl Teasi would be a free agent. Rebo seems like he's going to be just taking a break. I mean, the guy's the absolute GOAT. He made a post recently, I'll post that here. He has all these accolades, all these achievements, so he definitely deserves a break if that's what he decides. And I think Karl Teasi, like I said, I don't think he wants to have a break, but maybe he is for this season, but he's going to be a free agent. Now, I don't believe all the rosters have been revealed yet, so who knows, right? There could be a surprise there, but from my understanding, Karl Teasi is a free agent, not a part of Bren anymore. So, you know, with those two out of the picture for Bren, that could leave a lot of questions on how they're going to approach season 9. Now, when that news hit, people were obviously left wondering, what is Bren gonna do going into season 9? You know, how can they reform themselves, if you will? They do still have some veteran players, so that's what we're gonna find out next. So now we have the roster reveal. The roster reveal came out. It was a very interesting video. There was a short clip of it that we'll post here as well. And again, this is the article from spin.ph from Carlos. Now, he writes about this: the rebuilding of Bren Esports reveals a rookie Latin MPL Philippines season 9 roster, which is very true here. You can see this post here. Familiar faces that we've all seen for a long time is we have Lusty, Few, Flap, and the boy here, Lord Malik. Now, I believe during season 8 he just went by Malik, so this should possibly a name change, Lord Malik now. And you know, there was a lot of, I feel like, expectations just again in Bren in general, but also when Malik stepped up, it was kind of an interesting thing because of course they take out Karl Teasi, now Malik's in. He was a very strong player from my understanding within the ranked system, had a huge amount of mythical glory points. But unfortunately, it's not all about points when it comes to competitive professional play. It's more on that synergy, that team strategy. So they really didn't get a chance, I feel like, to have him have enough time to get comfortable jungling. I don't know if he's going to be starting for season 9, but to know that Flap, Few, and Lusty are still there, pretty much those veteran players from Bren, that's going to help them lead their new faces here, the new bloods, if you will, which is Stome. I believe this is Stome, Super Marco, Pandora, Jome. So we have the Stome and the Jome brothers. I don't think they're actually brothers, but we have Stome and Jome, and then we of course we have Saksa, and we also have Joy Boy, right? So there's a lot here. I mean, you can see it here as well. We have gold lane, we have roamers, junglers. There's a lot of interchanging that they can do here. I would expect to see Lusty, Few, and Flap starting, obviously, and then to decide who's going to be playing those lanes, you know, that who's going to go into the side lane, who's going to be playing what is missing from there, the gold lane for them, or will they be switching roles as well? So that's, I feel like that's one of the big question marks here with Bren's new lineup. I mean, when you throw in new faces coming up from the scene, now they're going to be debuting in the professional league, there's a lot that can be said for that, and they can do a lot with that. My point here is, think about Blacklist International. When they got Haji, and Venus even said this, when Haji came in, Haji had such a huge hero pool that they were able to kind of build around their Ube strat around that, and it just made it even stronger, because when someone has a deep hero pool, it's kind of hard to specifically ban those certain heroes out, or kind of target the bans out, or target the strategy. And in this case with Bren, when you have, it's most likely going to be 2 new faces, or maybe even 1 new face here. They could start again with Lord Malik and then just go with a gold lane. Again, we don't know, right? So we'll have to see how they decide to play off this, but these offer a lot of new components for Coach Ducky to work with, and I'm sure that's what they've been doing in the off season, and I can't wait to see them in opening week for season 9. So with that being said, I personally feel like it's going to be tough for Bren to push their way into the top right now, based off of the preseason alone, right? We haven't really seen much, obviously, and everything's kind of up in the air right now for season 9. I'll have a much better personal view on it after the first opening week, and I'm sure you guys as viewers, as fans will as well, and I'm sure that all the Bren fans, the diehard Bren fans out there, can't wait to see what they bring to the table. So I do have to end it there, and I want to ask you guys real quick, how do you feel? How do you feel about the Bren roster reveal? I know there's a lot of very enthusiastic Bren fans. You know, do you still think it's Bren Lung Malakas, or, you know, I know they got a new hashtag too, so we'll have to see, man. So that is it for this video, guys, and talking about the Bren roster reveal. And feel free to leave any comments down below what you guys think about the roster, if you think it's going to help them, if you think it's going to be a similar situation to what happened in season 8. And looking forward to your comments, guys. Thanks for watching again. I'm Naisou, and we'll see you in the next one. GG WP.